All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Cuda Education. Let's just dive right in. We are in the Hello Triangle application, and of course, if we run it, basically we get a spinning triangle. This is the project navigation window, which shows all of the files that are involved in the project. Now, notice that the main entry point for the application is under application main. So if we go here and then application main, right? So this is the entry point. This is what kicks everything off. Notice that we are int main, and if we comment out the return, basically what will happen is that the application will build and basically turn off, right? Because we're not returning anything and nothing is happening, right? So this ns application main is important for us because we have to return that, and of course we have to return something from main, right? So if we put it back in, we get our spinning triangle. Now notice target iOS or target tvOS. This branch is for iPhones and TVs and stuff. Um, but I'm not running this branch because I'm on a MacBook, right? So I'm running this branch. But notice that the call UI application main is a little bit different from what we're running here. We're not going to stress too much about it, but let's just appreciate that we have different target devices, and you could actually run a simulated iPhone or something. If you change the device that you run, it will basically open up a simulator like a simulated iPhone screen, and it will show you the triangle spinning inside of the iPhone. I think I did that in the previous episode, right? So that is application main. We get the main entry point for everything. I do want to get into some other stuff. So we have our renderers, right? Again, we have to test whether we're at the proper operating system and all that stuff. I'm running Metal 4, which is the latest iteration of Metal. And then if not, if you can't get to this, it defaults to the just the regular Metal renderer. Now, if we turn off all of the renderers, what do you expect to happen, guys? If we turn off all of the renderers, what do we expect to happen? We get the shell of the window, we get the shell of the application, right? But there's nothing being drawn, there's no renderer. And that makes sense because we don't have a renderer, we don't have anything drawing, right? Now, if I put back in my Meadow 4 renderer, because I'm doing this tree, I'll keep this fallback commented out, but it wouldn't really matter. I get back my triangle. Now here's the important thing. If I take just the regular Metal renderer, so for those of you guys that's not running Metal 4, for whatever reason, you're just running the regular Metal renderer, you will still, and I'm just putting it inside of my tree because it's just easiest to do that. I still get my triangle, which is fine because I'm able to run metal renderer. So notice that you have the Metal 4 renderer and you have the Metal renderer, and literally it's the same call. It's just we're calling two different things. And then so let's just and then of course, even if I comment out the fallback, um, because it's still going here, we're not gonna get anything, because as far as it's concerned, it's following instructions. It's going to where you told it to, and it just returns self without anything. But let us put things back to the way they were so that we don't confuse ourselves. So if we just run the renderer, the application as it was before, we get back what we wanted. There is also a thing. Did we want to? Right, I believe if I render to frame view, so if I comment out this, um, and we'll just do it for uh, for learning purposes. We still get a we still get a window, but we don't get the actual um, rendering, right? Notifies the app when the system is ready, draw a frame into the view. So this render to frame thing, the delegate only works with one view. So just for now, just keep in mind that we also have this other render frame to view thing that we have to draw in MTK view. So metal kit view, right? So we have this relationship um, where we're drawing into the MTK view. We're not going to dive too much into it today, but again, guys, this is all under the view controller. Um, the view controller portion of the project, right? So we're in the view controller portion, and we decide our renderer, and then we also, we have this thing where we have the MTK view, the metal kit view, and we have to draw into it. And if we don't draw anything, then we don't draw anything into it. Okay, so just understand that that's there. Let us go to let's go into the view controller. So we're in the metal kit view delegate. This was a metal kit view delegate. Okay, there's also a delegate relationship which we will have to investigate. So there's the main app entry point. There is a view controller. There's a delegate situation, and then there is the view controller.m file. So there's a file inside of view controller region. Here, what we want to first of all, let's make sure our application is running properly, right? So right, okay. So now set the view's device property to the system's default metal device, right? So my metal device, I guess it's the M, the M chip GPU, right? The M GPU, I guess you call it. And pretty much if we don't choose a device, what happens? So if we don't choose a device, basically we still get a window, a smaller window by, but we still get a window, and then, but we'd have nothing drawn into it. Now, I don't know the fact that it's a smaller window means that it's less aware of what would eventually have been drawn. I don't know, but we have a smaller window if we don't choose the device that we're gonna use to actually do the drawing, right? So that's like the GPU actually does the drawing, as you guys would know if you've been following the channel for a while. And then there's also this view delegate, which we'll have to get into again. So if we comment out the view delegate, basically we get a bigger window, but again, nothing is drawn. We will have to investigate that at some point, but for right now, let's just see what the big picture ideas are, and then we will get into things some more. And I think the other thing I wanted to do was right, so this view delegate, so if you don't have a delegate, you don't have a per frame callback, and you have no rendering. But we'll have to figure that out at some point later. Yeah, we'll dive into what these things on a more serious level at another time. Let's go back to the metal delegate. Right. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to do, I mean, we commented out the render frame to view, but we could also just return, right? And if we do that, pretty much we get our window, but nothing rendering, right? Um, but if we put everything back, we will get our triangle. So yeah, guys, just big picture stuff. Wanted to, you know, basically, go over. So we have our application. We went into the main entry point for the application. Um, and we just didn't return anything and we got a blank window. We went into view controller. We went into MK, the metal kit view delegate, and we did a bunch of stuff. We went into the view controller file itself and we did some more stuff. And we understand. So we have main, where we have to return, of course, our application, right? Which is good. We obviously test for what device we're running. Notice that the iOS and the tvOS stuff is a different application thing that we have to deal with. We went into the Metal Kit View delegate, and we choose the renderer that we want. So we either do Metal 4 renderer or Metal renderer. There's no 4 here, right? So we choose a renderer. There's also draw in empty Metal Kit View thing. Drawing notifies the app when the system is ready to draw a frame into a view, right? So if we disable drawing, if we never notify, if we never notify or anything like that, then we just get a window again, right? So we choose a renderer up here. We have to notify. We have this MTK view, drawing MTK view, which is in the Metal Kit View delegate situation. We also have the view controller where we decide what device we're actually going to set the view's device property to the system's default metal device, right? So we have to choose a device, which, I guess, given the view controller name, we could sort of figure out what's going on there. And then we have a view delegate, which is sort of like a callback thing. So the view delegate is no delegate equals no per frame callback, which means no rendering, right? And that's pretty much it for this guy. What else do we want to tackle? I think that's it for today, guys. I don't want to get too involved, but this is Cuda Education. So guys, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, get a bunch of your friends together and start learning Apple Metal, right? Computer graphics stuff, putting pixel on the screen, and also learning how to program your GPU, because you have to know how to program your GPU. It's gonna be like, being able to count or being able to read. You have to know how to program your GPU. We are in the modern era, guys, in a very real way. So get your friends, all like and subscribe, follow the channel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We're working through this, figuring stuff out. Just appreciate how big the project is. So a lot of stuff is going on, right? But at least it's organized into folders, and you could sort of navigate all that's going on right in one place and going in and out of files. But of course, everything starts with main, right? And we're gonna play around with this some more. So just keep at it, guys. Learn something new every day, and we shall make progress. This is Cuda Education. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.